This is one of the biggest release days of the year. We have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which we're looking at now, and WWE 14 and Battlefield 4 all hitting on this very day. For gamers who want to play it all, it's going to be an expensive day. I'm your host, Andrew Reiner. I got Joe Juba playing it.
Yeah.
And Dan Ryckert looking in here being a little confused.
I'm just looking at the screen. There's a boat. There's not a whole lot confusing going on here. I've seen boats.
So, Joe, you're not going to take us on any story missions. We're going to do kind of a sandbox experience here today, right?
Yeah. Well, because, you can read my review on the site, but one of the things that I like the best about the game and where it really shines is just kind of when you're doing your own self-directed kind of exploration. So I wasn't a big fan of the story or the missions in the story, but this is the kind of game where, if you open up the map here and look at this. This map just has a ton of stuff to go and explore. And that's not even all of the collectibles. These are just places to go and check things out. So this is the kind of game where if you set yourself a waypoint on your map, odds are that you'll get, sidetracked a couple times at least on your way there, because there's look at down on the map on the corner. It's there's a treasure chest off to the right there. In fact, let's just go get that.
Other ships on patrol there.
Yeah. So that, and there are restricted areas on the sea, and it's it's even more tempting because it's pretty seamless. I see a treasure chest there on the map. So I just sort of bring the ship over there, and I'm just going to go grab it.
Oh, that's cool. So the sailing in the last game was really easy, and it was pretty simple. Have they expanded it at all? Obviously, the world's bigger, but is there anything else you can do?
In terms of the actual sailing, you're still dealing primarily with, a few speeds, and, your maneuverability is better the slower you're going and stuff like that. You're not... I guess, you don't need to be a New England, sailing enthusiast.
And your guys aren't getting scurvy and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about any of that. Oregon Trail kind of stuff.
No, But
what about combat?
We'll see some combat. Don't worry about that. But the most complicated it gets is the addition of managing your crew, which you don't really even manage. You just need to make sure that you have crew, because if you're going around and blasting ships and boarding them and stuff, you're gonna lose guys. They just die, and sometimes you kill them because you blow up a powder barrel or something, and so
intentionally sometimes, right?
I love this, by the way. Everyone just sort of cheers sometimes when you go up to take the wheel.
How often do they sing?
You could tell them to sing, I think.
Yeah, there's a command. You hit
a sing button?
You hit right on the pad, and they start singing sea shanties. And one of the collectibles in the various towns and stuff are just more sea shanties. So
cool.
The more of those you collect, the sort of better it gets.
Joe, look! Oh my goodness, Joe!
All right, now we're probably fine. Okay.
Are they just fishermen?
Well, they don't... okay, well, now they're mad at us, so we need to take them down.
Don't pirates have a reputation for being unsavory characters in general? Just dirty folks?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that reflected here? Are you a bad guy?
Yeah, it's one of the interesting things about Edward Kenway, who's the main character. Just as a hero, he is definitely less... less moral and less driven than other heroes in the Assassin's Creed series. So whereas Altair and Ezio sort of adhere to this code, all Edward really wants is a bunch of money.
Well, who's the guy that's inside of Edward? Is it Desmond?
You don't actually know. It's not. There are modern.
Are you inside of this guy then, or is it?
Yeah. There are modern day segments in which you sort of wander around the Abstergo entertainment offices, which is the idea being that you are researching this pirate's life in the interest of creating a mass-produced entertainment product that Abstergo is going to distribute and sell.
Okay. Can we jump in there at some point in our playthrough, or is that going to be? Not possible.
Oh, we can do it.
That's slow motion cannonballs.
I like that.
Yeah, if you want to see what the modern day stuff looks like,
we'll wait,
can do that.
We'll keep going here on the beaten path. But Dan, reminder, we got to get there.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the aftermath of a battle in which I've sort of incapacitated like 4 ships here.
And can you take them out completely?
Yeah, so you can take them out completely. You don't generally want to do that because, well, I kind of blew it here. I'll show you the next time.
How did you blow it? There's dudes jumping all over.
Yeah, what the hell?
What is
Now
happening?
they have these swivel guns. So what we're doing is bringing
they're
this
still on
guy
there.
close, and there's still guys on it. So we need before we can officially take their ship, we need to kill enough of their crew so that they basically like surrender.
Pretty
Which
cool.
I did before I even had to board, so it's not really a big problem.
All right, now you're boarding, maybe?
Visually, I mean, this is the 360 version you're playing. This looks good.
Yeah. When you play, we did not get a chance to review the Xbox One version yet, but I did get a chance to review the PlayStation 4 version. And I will say that the next gen, I mean, it looks better. You know, I mean, this looks good, but partially what's different about it is that the performance is better. I mean, I won't blow everyone away with swivel guns on this next one, and you'll see that when you get into battle on the deck, performance, just frame rate and stuff generally takes a hit, and that stuff is better when you're playing on next gen. In addition to like in this mode, you get to see the sails flapping and stuff like that.
That's cool. So when you're out here stealing stuff and plundering and doing bad stuff, is there like ocean police that you have to guard or fight off?
Yep,
or?
you do have a wanted level. So this is what I was going to show you. So you see the
level
resources. Well, not the level, the resources. So cloth and sugar. If I just sink the ship, I don't get all that.
Okay.
I maybe get a few cloth and a few sugar.
It's a level 4. Are you leveling up?
You don't have like a discrete level, but I think that's just a way of letting you know.
Green means you're going to kick these guys' asses then.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, like red would be bad news.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and you'll run into those red ships. They're not all these little like weak schooners. Some of them are like giant man-o'-wars that.
Joe, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
So here's the big question, Joe. Mm-hmm. How is it as an Assassin's Creed game?
Let's see. That's kind of a tough question because like I found it as a fan of the stories in the other games, I thought that this story was kind of disappointing. It feels like it's a little. It feels like there are pieces of it missing. You know, like there are important aspects of the character development or the supporting cast.
That was
stuff.
a problem with 3.
Yep, it's a very similar problem with 3, except to this game's credit, you don't like. The other problem with 3 is that there's like the Forrest Gump syndrome, where Connor was just everywhere all the time, and that made it seem kind of weird. That's not in this one. You know, like you meet a few famous pirates like Blackbeard and stuff like that,
Gotcha.
but it's not. You know, you don't get the sense that you are at the core of every important historical thing that's happening during your lifetime.
The only historical thing I know about pirates was Jack Sparrow.
So does this follow in the grand Assassin's Creed tradition of it taking 20 hours before anything interesting happens?
That is a good question. So what we're looking at right now, we are probably about 2 or 3 hours into the game at this point. And what we're seeing is that pretty much, I mean, this whole map is, I think it's more or less open. I guess there may be parts that are still sort of this area is not open.
Yeah, like is
yet,
that a stronghold? The
memory-wise.
red.
But yeah, I mean, like there are. It's sort of gated off in different ways, I think. Like this is a medium. See how it says medium up there?
Castle of Jaguars.
Yes. So this is like my ship at the level it's at right now probably will not be able to take down that fort.
Joe, are those friendly dolphins or sharks?
Let's see. This is probably a hammerhead shark.
Can you go hunt that?
Yeah.
No, not a hammered. Is there a great white?
I don't know if there's a bull shark.
Come on.
We'll do a bull shark.
What?
We'll do one of those.
That'll do.
So I didn't even. So anyway, so we've seen the boarding process. It's boring to watch a bunch of times. So I'm just.
Can you skip it?
Well, so that's the problem. So you see, one of my issues with the game was that like you need those resources that the ships have, the wood and the metal and stuff to continue upgrading your ship. But the only way to really effectively get it is by just doing that boarding process a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys saw it twice in a row. I must have done it. I mean, maybe 100 times in my playthrough. You know, like, I mean, I did it a lot.
So if they come back with Pirates 2 or Blacker Flag, they should streamline that a little better.
Yeah. So that undiscovered location, by the way, that we set as our initial waypoint, we actually did figure out what it is. It's a wreck, which we can't actually go. That's an underwater thing, so we can't actually go explore it yet because we don't have the.
Is that why it's grayed out then?
Yeah, probably. We don't.
That's cool.
We don't have the diving bell that we need.
That's cool though that they do that, so you don't waste your time trying to figure it out.
So tell you what we'll do on our way to the bull shark. We'll go and see if we can't.
That's toward the Hammerhead.
Oh, I'm sorry. On the way to the Hammerhead, then we're gonna do the Hammerhead.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a stop so you can see. If you guys remember, like from Brotherhood or whatever, the equivalent of those Borgia towers are like the little things that are placed throughout the map that once you take them over, you sort of gain control of an area.
Okay.
That's what these sort of naval forts are in this one. So you're taking these down through a combination of like ship combat,
Sweet.
and then you infiltrate on foot. And a lot of times, like, see, there's a crew member just sitting there.
Your crew is very jolly right now.
We just rescued him.
Oh, that's nice. You didn't have to stop.
So yep. And sometimes there's just loot hanging around that you can get. So
I wasn't completely satisfied with your answer of it. How is this as an Assassin's Creed game?
Right.
What about the future story stuff? Every Assassin's Creed game starts with future and ends with future. Like, that's the big story beat. Is there a kind of a compelling hook with weird stuff going on from past civilizations and stuff like that?
I mean, I guess I don't want to spoil too much of it. Because
you could just say yes or no. There's stuff.
Yes, there is stuff pertaining to, the first civilization. Whoa. And some of the things that some of the loose threads that were still hanging around. But I guess I'd say, like, don't expect. I would not expect a bunch of significant developments in terms of following up on the events of Assassin's Creed 3.
Gotcha. And what about the truth? I always like the truth.
So unfortunately, that has sort of been transferred into the modern day stuff.
Okay, well, we'll save that till then.
And yeah, we can actually go do an example of it. But it ends up being kind of disappointing because most of the stuff you're doing in the modern day is just a bunch of like kind of lame hacking mini games.
Sweet.
So yeah,
lockpicking and hacking.
Yeah, so it's
Why?
not. Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, we're fine.
How do you do you tell your crew to duck again?
Yep. It's the same thing where you have them like brace for impact.
There's a little bit of defensive.
Yep.
You're not just screwed if you are on the wrong path.
Correct.
Okay.
So do you think, are people going to complain about this the way, like the people that hated the sailing in Wind Waker, is that a similar thing here?
Yes and no. It feels like it's going to be tiresome right out of the gate because before you discover places, you just have to spend a lot of time sailing there. But thankfully what you get to do is the fast travel system is really well done in the sense of like every viewpoint once you sync it becomes a fast travel location, and every island once you discover it becomes a fast travel location.
Kind of like an Oblivion, Skyrim type thing?
Yeah, a lot like that. So basically it's like let's say that, I don't know, like if I want to go collect this Animus piece or this Animus fragment, and I've unlocked this area, see, it gives me the fast travel option there. Like, I can just fast travel here and then quick jaunt up and get it, so it's not...
what do Animus fragments do?
They're just a doodad that you collect.
Put them in your pocket. Put them in your chest. Bury them in the sea.
They're tied in. I mean, I guess I can show you this quick. They're tied into a new... like, you remember like the hunting challenges and stuff from Assassin's Creed 3, like all the different clubs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't super well done. Now they've been streamlined a little bit to the point that, you just sort of have them accessible in the menu.
I like the menu.
Hire 5 groups of dancers.
Yeah. So you have all of these different categories. You have all of these different categories and various rewards that you get for them, portraits and cheats and stuff that you can activate later on.
Matey.
So
Cheat.
yeah. So this is stuff that sort of takes the place of those challenges, and collecting those animus fragments are just one of the things that, like their main utility is just there.
And are there big cities to explore? Obviously, that's a big thing in Assassin's Creed, doing the Eagle Vision or Hawk Vision, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
So there are cities. You have like Havana and Kingston. So some important cities, but I'd say that like, if you really loved Assassin's Creed 2 because of all of these sort of like grand historic structures, climbing up in some, ancient dome and stuff like that. I mean, like, that's a little different because you're pretty much just like running around a bunch of like pirate shanty towns. And like, and even for the bigger cities, they just don't have that sort of, whoops. They don't have that kind of grand element. Okay, so I blew it.
You literally blew it.
Yeah. Well, they don't. The cities don't have the same sort of grand element that even like I feel like Assassin's Creed 3 had to a degree. So, that I don't mean to say necessarily that's a terrible thing because the big new location is really the water is where you spend most of your time.
Yeah,
so.
But you have places you can go. It's not just kind of feeling like you're just lost at sea.
Exactly. Yeah, you have plenty of places that you can sort of find civilization. Now I'm going to be a little more careful.
You're looking for the
time.
leader with the dot around him then, right?
Yep. Okay.
Joe, I can't see you enjoying the life of a pirate. It doesn't seem like you'd adapt to that well. You wake up tomorrow and you're suddenly transported back to a pirate ship and whatever the hell time pirates were around.
No.
What do you do? Are you okay? I mean...
I think I adapted to it pretty well in a video game sense. Like
Okay.
Well, look out!
It's fine. Okay. So, yeah, I like it when video games don't hold me to this sort of like arbitrary moral codes, and they don't mind if I just, shoot a ship for no reason.
Is that what you would do if you were a real pirate?
I would never be a real pirate.
I'm saying if you had to be.
I mean, I would be dead within a day of deciding to be a real pirate.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
The only time I let Joe into my house, we watched two Pirates movies.
Which
ones?
That's true.
The first two Pirates movies. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
I think the only pirate movie I've seen is Cabin Boy. That's not really a pirate movie.
You must be really confused watching this.
Yeah.
Where's Dave Letterman?
Yeah, selling sock monkeys.
Where's all the hijinks?
There's so many hijinks in Cabin Boy.
Oh.
All right, so this brings me to talk about the combat system, which I feel has been. It's still. Whoops,
Joe.
Man, I'm just not on my game today.
Get him.
Okay. So I feel like it's better than Assassin's Creed 3, in the sense that I like the way I feel like the chaining kills together works a little better, and I feel like it's not quite as like Assassin's Creed 3. I felt like had a lot of the arbitrary like, all right, you need to break this guy's defenses, but you need to kick this guy or whatever. And it's a little more back to its roots in terms of getting up those ridiculous kill streaks and stuff like that. So, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't that big of a fan of 3. Obviously, I played all the way through it though. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it enough to do that and was compelled by the truth and was let down by the ending and all that stuff. But is this going to be something where you're going to want to try to go for 100%? How long, especially with it being, it seems like it's more of an open world now. Mm-hmm. Is it a longer experience now in that regard?
I mean, you still have a lot of world to explore. So,
because you could get across the cities in the old one pretty quickly and find stuff. You could corner off sections and clean those out.
Yeah, and I think that process takes a little bit longer here just because, it's a little bit more laborious to sail around on the ship and stuff. But even so, it's, I still think it's as much time as you want to put into it, I guess, is sort of, is sort of the cop-out answer. Because I put a bunch of time into it for the review, and I didn't do everything.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I mean, if you're a completionist, yeah, there's plenty of stuff to keep you busy. Well, that's what I was supposed to do. See,
I like that new menu there. That was nice.
I like the video game Pirate's Life. Oh, yeah, that's another big thing they've changed in this one over Assassin's Creed 3 is the weapon quick select is just right on the D-pad now, so you don't need to worry about, about it being slow.
That's kind of a Far Cry 3 flashback there when you would assault those, strongholds and the flag would come down and everything. Seemed a lot like that.
Yep, it's very similar.
So back to the next gen version.
Mm-hmm.
If I have my PS4 or Xbox One pre-ordered, obviously you can't speak to Xbox One.
Right.
Is it worth waiting to get the new one, or is it an incremental upgrade? Is it not as big as you would expect?
I'll say this. For my, I'm probably going to play this game again, even after reviewing it. I'm going to wait for the PlayStation 4 version of it.
Okay.
That
As
one,
you said earlier, it looks better.
Yeah, and
Better frame rate.
Yeah, and better performance. And I guess I'm in the unique position of having finished the game already, so I'm not champing at the bit that badly for, I can wait the extra couple weeks for it. I guess if you're the kind of Assassin's Creed fan that just wants Assassin's Creed as much as soon as possible, all you're really missing out on is some graphical upgrades. The game itself is the same. It does, like I said, it doesn't perform quite as well, but if you just want to devour as much Assassin's Creed as quickly as possible, you can go ahead and get the current gen version.
Everything I've seen here looks like it's performing fine.
Yeah,
it's not something I'm going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it broke like that, or...
Yeah. Well, and, we haven't seen any here, too. I did run into some glitches and stuff as I was playing, too. But, I think you're going to get that on
game.
Weird.
Yeah, that's strange.
It's nowhere near as egregious as it was in
you ram
Assassin's
that?
Creed 3. So, oh, man, it's not going to let me hunt my shark.
Ramp it.
Why?
It's not going to let me hunt my shark because
Can you kill these guys and then hunt
are
it?
here. I can try.
I'm jerks.
Just sink them and then sink them onto the shark.
I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be
The shark is not phased
able
by
to
this
beat
battle.
these guys right now.
Okay, well, this will be interesting to see then.
We'll see what
You're
we
doing
can
really
do.
well. You're just barely damaging them, though.
Yeah.
They're flanking you now, too.
Yeah, now I have to be ready for when they fight. Okay. Well, and I just fired a bunch into the water, so
Can you just swim anywhere like Grand Theft Auto? Is there like a full
no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, essentially, but when you're in combat, I can't let go of the wheel and just
just
start
go take a
and
swim?
just start swimming, yeah.
Can you lose your boat, or do you just whistle and it shows up like Marston's horse?
Yeah, there's a boat whistle. Okay. No, if your boat gets destroyed,
You're in trouble, Joe.
yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. One of the nice things about if I can pull it off. Come on, do it. Okay, it's happening. So one of the weird benefits.
What just happened?
One of the weird benefits is that once you start boarding a ship, other ships stop attacking you.
It's nice.
They're just
That's very
looking
nice
on
of
like,
them.
Yeah.
Huh?
I guess I understand it from a design perspective. Why?
It'd be frustrating.
Yeah,
I think historically that was the pirate code, I think.
Yeah. But the nice thing is
Cheat
that
code.
that means that these ships can sort of be like floating health packs in the middle of a fight.
The guy's just submitting to you when you shot a cannon at his face. That's horrible.
Well, look. It's the pirate's life, Dan.
Oh, look at the bats.
All right. Let's see if we can't.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Whoop.
Sure. Look
Oh,
up.
that'd be great if a shark ate him here.
Yeah, no, it doesn't happen that way, unfortunately. That would be awesome.
Is it just going to be a one shot on the shark, or am I going to be really disappointed?
No, the whole shark hunting is kind of a mechanic.
What?
They do it. They do something different. Okay, so now this is another part that I kind of have a complaint about, is that when you're boarding a ship, combat gets a little bit chaotic and it's hard to tell exactly who's attacking you, who's attacking your crew.
It's war, Joe. Anything goes.
Yeah, well, that's not the best from a gameplay perspective, is all I'm saying.
Oh! He's already dead.
he's
Leave him
super dead,
alone.
yeah.
It's the pirate's life.
You can't just say that every time you do something terrible. They're doing that in your real life.
Just brutalize someone on the street.
Just steal my lunch. Yeah, pirate's life.
There we go. Pirate's
Yes.
life. Pirate's life him. I'm gonna pirate's life this guy.
Verb.
Pirates verb whatever they want.
Oh my God, there's a lot of guys to kill.
Pirate's life the hell out of him.
Will you guys kill people?
Yeah, they're not very good at it.
It's not that just kind of
There
fake
we
out,
go.
like nobody's actually doing anything.
Yeah, it
Oh,
can't-
okay, you got the leader, now they all surrender.
No, it's once you get a certain number of them.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That would have taken forever.
So let's see. So now
Plank,
we're gonna
plank.
repair the jackdaw.
Did you name that?
No, that's just what it's called.
Cannons are working,
And then scuttle their ship. So now for these other ships that are around,
and now they're coming back.
What's scuttle mean?
you just like destroy a ship.
Oh. Remember when you said clamber and you pretended like that was a word?
No, I said clamor.
Clamor, yeah.
And you said clamber.
Okay, well, they're both not words.
No, you're not even remembering this. I'm not even going to talk about this. You are not remembering this even remotely correctly.
We were doing the 24 of the game replay, and you told me to clamber up some boxes or something, and I called you out for not having a good vocabulary.
What? I'm not
Yeah, so you're questioning if scuttle's a real word.
yeah,
Thinking it might be Skittles or something.
Shuttles? I don't know.
I'm surprised you don't remember this situation, Dan, because I actually was was wrong in this situation.
Oh, really?
Yep. But
Good.
Boom!
all right, so now we got to see that my wanted level got raised, so that means that like these like hunter ships might show up for me eventually.
Sure.
But
Can you shoot cannons at those bats?
no.
Are they signaling shark?
Okay, so there we go. We're gonna go take out the shark, and then we're gonna take a quick look outside the Animus. And I think we're gonna call it a game.
Is this going to be terrifying?
I think you'll like it. Okay, so we go over to the. Oh, great. Those-
You know I have a fear of sharks.
No, I think
An actual phobia of shark.
you have a. Oh, seriously?
What'd you do? What'd you
This stupid ship.
You know, Ben Hansen's dad has a sweet speedboat, but Ben Hansen's afraid to drive it, so me and Tim had to drive it.
That's just.
He let you drive his speedboat.
I was a few beers in and drove a ship. I drove a boat.
I drank a ship.
I dragged Tim and Ben on a couple of tubes, and no one's dead.
All right.
It's fun. It's really cool.
It's illegal.
I don't know what you want me to say.
What? This?
Drinking and driving is illegal.
Not on a lake.
Yes!
Yes, it is.
On a boat?
Yes!
I don't think I was above the boat limit. I don't ever drink and drive, ever.
People die that
That's
way.
why I moved close
It's
to my favorite
bad.
bar, so I never drive.
It's horrible.
I'm a very staunch anti-drinking driving guy. The
I am
boats
going to
are
have a
different, I
talk
think.
with you, Tim, and Hanson as soon as we're done here. What does yellow and red mean, by the way,
Yellow and red.
in the health meter?
Yellow is like the health that you want to deplete. The red means that when they get that low, their ship is incapacitated. So that's at the point when where you can actually like board them.
Can you signal sweet sails, dude?
It's a sweet ride.
It's pretty cool.
Sorry, I have to
say,
pirate's life.
compared to yours.
What?
Whoa.
All right.
We gotta kill a shark. We're not going anywhere till we kill a shark.
I'm trying to do it. I'm
know.
doing my best.
I'm not faulting you. I'm faulting the game.
Why don't we use cannons anymore? They seem pretty effective. Like in general warfare.
I mean, I think we still do.
Really? No, well, I guess bombs are effective too.
Well, a tank has like a big cannon on it.
I guess in a way, that's kind of like it. Yeah, that works fine. Yeah, all right, keep doing what you're doing, military. You seem to have a grasp on this.
It turns out that I don't know better than the American military.
All right, we're sharking.
Yeah. So we finally cleared out that area. So when you shark it up,
You get naked, apparently.
Jason has those same tattoos.
so when you shark it up, it's a slightly different mechanic. So you're not just going around. You're doing this.
This is like Resident Evil 4.
So what did I miss?
Yeah, I think he totally did.
Oh.
You're so cool.
Okay.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Did you just scare off our only shark?
You gotta attack him with some yellow barrels. I've seen this.
There he
Oh
is.
boy.
Joe!
Suck at sharking.
Okay.
No.
You gotta lead him. Have you ever thrown a thing?
There we go.
You got a shark.
He's pulling.
Whoa, he's a strong one.
This is exactly that Resident Evil 4 boss fight.
Yeah, it is a lot like that. Okay. So yeah, so you basically just sit here and like huck harpoons at him.
Okay, just like whaling.
Gotcha. He don't like that.
Okay. Whoa.
And then,
And then he's dead.
well, and then you sit and wait for a few minutes.
Can you jump in the water right now?
No.
Oh, he has health.
Look out.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
He's not attacking you, is he?
Yeah, he will if I let him.
Shut
at that
up.
point. Yeah.
Are sharks attracted to their own blood? Like, is it any blood?
Ah, that's a good question.
Okay, so we got him.
That's cool.
What do you do with them?
Well, actually that's a good question. I'll show you that quick before we hop out of the before we hop out.
That's cool.
Out of the
I like
animus.
that. That's really cool.
So, we got hammerhead shark bone, a bone. So what that stuff is used for is the crafting system. So the main way you get your upgrades isn't to buy them, it's to go and like hunt things. So if once you get 2 humpback
Very Far
whale
Cry.
skins.
Yeah, this is also,
Yeah.
totally Far Cry.
They definitely do it similar. So
All right.
It's a cool system. I like that.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too, actually.
Yep. So I thought I had. Oh yes. Oh, it's not. Oh, it just won't let me craft right now. But so
You have enough, but you just can't do it yet.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you just collect stuff and then you upgrade all this that way, and that's generally how you upgrade Edward. And then with the Jackdaw, those upgrades are done through the money that you plunder and the resources. So
Okay, well, let's move on to the future. Okay, we're in an office with action figures and weird stuff.
yep. So this is us.
Wow, posh and trendy.
Is that a QR code on your desk?
Yeah. So this is the future stuff, and there's a little Post-it note that
Wonder
you can.
what that does.
So you collect those, and this is the stuff that you, like Reiner was talking about the truth. The stuff that sort of hints at the old civilization and stuff like that. So you find like little Post-it notes around that sort of hint at some of that stuff.
Wait, is that copies of Assassin's Creed on the desk? Yeah, look down there.
Oh yeah,
That's stupid.
No,
That's
no,
so
no,
stupid.
It's books. They're books.
Well, yeah, but
That's
look at the
still
one on the
dumb.
front. It's Assassin's Creed. You see that, right?
There's
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed
Liberation
3
and-
right there.
Well,
That's
okay.
stupid.
Hold on. Okay,
and Assassin's Creed action
That's
figures.
stupid.
it's stupid.
Thank you.
In their defense, in this world, Assassin's Creed Liberation, the game that came out for Vita last year and is coming out an HD version of it next year, was the first product of Abstergo Entertainment. So, like, in this world, Assassin's Creed Liberation is a game that Abstergo Entertainment released with Ubisoft.
That
That was the product of Animus Research.
That's dumb.
That's super
That's
dumb.
super dumb.
Yeah, it is. I'm just saying they did have a reason for it. I didn't say it was a good one. So, I don't think we're going to actually get to do any hacking yet, but
Can you take Desmond to McDonald's?
No. So and this is the view that you get the whole time. So you never actually see your character. Your character doesn't speak.
So it's you.
So exactly. So you're the employee. So you wander around and as the game goes on. What a nerd.
Wait. What were the magazines?
Oh, video game magazine. Yeah,
video
that's-
game.
Yeah, it's our
Yeah.
biggest competition. Video game magazine.
Video game and Abstergo gamer.
Abstergo Gamer. That's so dumb.
It's real dumb.
So anyway, like as the game goes on, these people are sometimes not sitting at their desks, and you get to like hack their computer and with a
Like
stupid
Shadowrun.
with the stupid mini game.
Oh.
Nice
So-
water dispenser thing.
So yeah, you get the sense that because like this
It's a nice looking office.
Yeah, it's set in Montreal, which is, where this game was developed. So you get the sense that this is just sort of the office that Ubisoft Montreal wishes they had. Because I've been there and it does not look like this.
Oh, they got some nice blueprints.
So anyway, I'm glad we actually didn't see too much in the future, because that is the main stuff that could be considered spoilery, because it's the only thing that really ties into the previous games very clearly.
Right.
So...
well, Joe, thank you so much for showing us this. That was a pretty thorough look.
Yeah, I feel like we barely scratched the surface, too.
The reviews on the site, people should definitely read it. What'd you think?
Like I said, I think the game is a lot of fun when you're doing what we were doing, when you're just going around and fighting ships and collecting stuff. I thought the story was both in the present day and in Edward's time. The story was disappointing. And a lot of the main mission variety, you're doing a lot of tail this guy and eavesdrop on the conversation. I kind of miss the days of those big, elaborate hits where you would, go and have a target that you understood beforehand, and you would go in there and
almost like you were an assassin.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah. So,
okay.
It's not my favorite game in the series. I think it's better than Assassin's Creed 3. I don't think it's as good as Brotherhood, but But I had
Such
a good time with
game.
it. So, yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to conclude our episode here, everyone. Again, go read Joe's review. And as I said earlier, it's a big release day. So make sure you check out all the reviews on GameInformer.com. And then we'll see you next Tuesday on Test Chamber.